Look, I'm a pretty go with the flow kind of person. I don't even know what I'm gonna do for dinner tonight. So if you try to sit me down in January and tell me here's where you'll have to be day by day for the entire year of 2020, I'm probably not going to react very pleasantly. What is up, you guys? It's Susan Morad here with Clever News, and that's exactly what a lot of musical artists and other famous people reportedly have to deal with year after year, their whole lives written out on a schedule. And Billie Eilish is no exception. In a recent interview with Vanity Fair, Billie reflected on the past 3 years of her career and her personal life as a teenage girl. Billie, who turns 18 next month, has been doing the same interview series with Vanity Fair since she was 15 years old. In the series, they ask the same questions on the same day, year after year. But this time was a little bit different because this year, Billie really shot to a level of fame that she's never even dreamed of. I mean, she's had a huge year and the year isn't even over yet. She performed at Coachella for the first time, released a #1 album, got her first chart-topping song with Bad Guy, won Best New Music Artist the AMAs this past weekend, plus more, is nominated for a record-breaking 6 Grammys and was just named Billboard's Woman of the Year. But her proudest moment to date was actually getting the chance to complete her debut album, When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go?
I have taken out my
Invisalign, and this is the album.
After that, Billie plans on continuing to release music like her brand new song, which I am absolutely loving, called Everything I Wanted. But her main goal, well, she said in the interview that her only goal right now is to, quote, stay happy. She said, quote, the most important thing right now probably would be maintaining my happiness, which I have been experiencing for the first time in many years. But don't worry, she says that her fans come in at a close second on the list of the most important things to her right now. Billie went on to share that although she enjoys the benefits of fame, it has really taken a toll on her mental health and her happiness, especially in the past year. She recalled a time earlier this year in January where things seemed to change for her. She said, I had a meeting showing the schedule for the year and I sat there, totally silent and totally still, and tears just streamed down my face. She continued, I went to my garage and just cried. It was really overwhelming and I was in a really bad place. Billie has been all over the world this past year. She's been booked and busy right from the very beginning of 2019, like performing at Sean Penn's Core Gala on January the 5th. Early the next month, Billie headed overseas to tour across Europe in Berlin, Paris, and Milan. And she just got busier from there, because almost immediately after her brief European tour, her debut album was released. And from there, things got even more wild for Billie. It was award shows like the iHeartRadio Awards, followed by her South by Southwest Festival performance in March and her Coachella performance in April. The media became obsessed with Billie and talked about everything from her music to her outfits, which generated a lot of discussion. In between her festival performances, Billie was doing press for her new album, appearing on late-night talk shows like Jimmy Kimmel Live. Things never really slowed down for Billie, who started her When We All Fall Asleep world tour in Australia just 4 days after her Coachella performance. And that tour just ended last week. Next year, Billie will start the second part of that tour, Where Do We Go, in March. We often don't know a lot about the back end of artists' lives and what they go through personally. We see them at their shows, at award shows, and other public places where they are paid to give us a performance, but we don't know the toll that lifelong performances take on them. Billie told Vanity Fair, there's a lot in fame that's gross and horrible, and just miserable, but I'm very grateful for it. Her new song, Everything I Wanted, discusses the dark side of fame and the price that she's paid in order to achieve it. Like how she says that she doesn't even think about going out anymore because she is recognized even at the most inconspicuous places like Trader Joe's or Costco. But on the flip side, she says that she's the most confident now than she's ever been.
But I am for sure a billion times more confident than both of those years. I feel like I'm probably the most confident I've ever been in my life.
She said that she enjoys some parts of fame now, while she used to hate doing press, getting recognized, and, quote, everything else that had to do with it. She compared her answers to those she gave just last year when she thought she was at the peak of her fame. She said, back then I thought it was the biggest it was ever going to be. I thought it was the most I was ever going to be recognized, and it's the most anyone is going to know me, and it was the most money that I would have, the most clothes I'd have, the most shoes I'd have, and what's crazy is, it wasn't. I genuinely did not think people would care. I can't believe people care so much. Which is why she's now grateful for her many adoring fans. And she's grateful to her famous friends as well. She mentions Ariana Grande, Justin Bieber, and Drake as all the people who have been there for her over the past year. Billie finished the interview by talking about her love life. She's still so young and has plenty of time to worry about that, and for now, she's fine on her own. She said, quote, "For the first time in my life, I don't feel the need to be with anyone. For the first time in my life, I don't have my eyes on anyone," she said. "I'm not in the mood, I don't have enough stamina for it right now, and I'm totally fine with that. So who knows? I'm open to it. Who knows, maybe in 2020. But for now, Billie is focusing on herself and her own mental and physical health. But right now, you guys, I want to turn it over to you. What do you guys think is in store for Billie in the next year? And also, what are you hoping to see from her in 2020? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And while you're down there leaving comments, you guys hit that subscribe button right there and also hit the bell to be notified the second we post a new Clevver News update. After that, you can catch up on all the tea you missed right over here. I'm Susan Morad, thanks for hanging out with me and I'll see you later. Bye guys.